Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Dominic Na at the Park Studio. If you've ever felt completely stuck or just totally frustrated by a difficult piece of music, I just want to say you're not alone. We've all been there, and that's exactly why I wanted to start this video series. I'm here to do my best to help you. We can break it down and walk through it together. For our very first video, we are diving right into Popper 22. Now, just a quick heads up, if this is your very first Popper from Opus 73, you absolutely need to be comfortable with any positions. If you find you need some extra supplemental support with your play as we go, you can head over to my website. Just click the link down in the description below to sign up for online or in-person one-on-one lessons. If you are ready, grab your cello and let's jump right in. Now, some people say this etude has a distinctly exotic sound to it. That's because Popper heavily utilizes the pentatonic scale here in number 22, driving it through various positions that will really test your left hand framing and shifting, all while demanding a super smooth legato during string crossings. Today, we are breaking this etude down into smaller, digestible pieces. Honestly, this is one of the secrets to practicing effectively and efficiently. Don't worry about the whole piece right now. Just concentrate on the specific passage we are learning today, especially because, as you will see, a lot of this material is going to repeat later on anyway. In this video, we are going to focus strictly on measure 1 through measure 8. Right off the bat, here is a massive shortcut for you. Measures 5 through 8 are completely identical to measures 1 through 4. Think about how great that is. Once you learn the first 4 bars, you've already got the next 4 in the bag because they just repeat. Of course, you will need to make some artistic decisions later to differentiate between identical passages. Please don't overlook this. Really understanding the structure of a piece helps immensely because it keeps you from feeling like you are relearning a passage you literally just played a moment ago. Next, let's look at that symbol that looks like a plus sign or cross. That indicates a left-hand pizzicato, meaning you need to pluck the string using your left hand. Now you have a few choices on which finger to use for this first left-hand pluck, but I highly recommend using your third finger. Here's why. The second finger is just a bit too close to the nut to get a clean pluck. If you use your fourth finger, you have to immediately use it right after for the note D, which makes the hand feel way too busy. I also need to talk about a common trap here, the danger of an unintended delay on the first and fourth beats, especially right here in the beginning. Because of the technical complexity of coordinating both hands, I hear so many students play that very first note way too long. They get stuck trying to manage the left hand pizzicato while simultaneously getting the bow to sound the note. To help you overcome this coordination hurdle, I put together a few supplemental exercises. Let's take a look. Now, let's talk about the right hand. We are in common time, and because of the bowing pattern, we end up spending 3 beats on the down bow and only 1 beat for the up bow. If your bow speed stays exactly the same on the way down as it does on the way up, you are going to run out of bow, and because of that, the whole etude is going to sound very insecure. When you're warming up, I highly recommend practicing this bowing pattern on an open strings. Your down bow should go slow and deep, while your up bow needs to move much faster and lighter without creating an accidental crescendo. This allows you to get the right back to the point where the bow started without delaying the next note. I'm not going to spend a ton of time dictating every single fingering or bowing in this series, as there are so many valid options out there. Or you can stick with your own version as long as it works and makes sense in the musical context. However, for those of you who are totally new to this etude, I have written down a fingering for literally every single note to give you a solid starting point. There's one specific choice I want to highlight in measure 1, beat 4 on the note E. You have two main options here. Option 1, the fourth finger. Even though the fourth finger is naturally weaker, it's highly efficient because it allows you to shift right back into first position, leaving you perfectly ready for the next left-hand pizzicato. Option 2, the first finger in fourth position. A lot of cellists prefer this because it offers a very secure shift into the fourth position and giving you great tone quality on a strong finger. However, because of the shifting distance is quite far, you risk delaying the beat or overemphasizing that single quarter note. As you can see, every decision it has its pros and cons. Therefore, feel free to choose the one that's reasonable and works best for you. Lastly, let's talk about the phrasing. Feel free to stretch the time just a tiny bit toward the very last note of measure 4. Think of it as closing a musical sentence, which prevents you from rushing into the next bar, which remember is identical to the opening. However, I personally do not recommend slowing down every single time. We want to keep things moving and maintain the momentum. But again, this is entirely an artistic decision. Whatever you choose to do, just make sure the music always flowing naturally. Our ultimate goal here is to make this etude sound like music rather than just a dry technical exercise. There are tons of things we could talk about just within this opening, but that is plenty to chew on for today. At the end of this video, you can find a play along if that's something you find helpful. It will be performed with a metronome at a good practice tempo. This is exactly how you should be practicing. Always use the metronome as you work on gradually increasing the speed up to your performance tempo. Please rewatch this video as many times as you need until you master these first 8 bars and feel ready to move forward. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Love you all.